Everyone, we are Phil, Alex, Otis and Asa, and welcome to our Vanlife adventures. Join us weekly as we explore the world in our self-converted motorhome. We'll be sure to share with you all the trials, tribulations, joys and adventures we experience along the way. Everyone says to do it whilst the kids are young, so we are.
In this episode we take out our old gas heaters and install our new Chinese diesel heater and get that working with our touchscreen. So we've had packages coming this week. We've had the new water heater, the preheat, which we're going to use for heat coolant for the water heater, and the new diesel heater came. So before we get them and have a look at those, we need to remove our old gas heaters still. So we are going to start to do that so that we are ready. The gas space heater is not in a great place, but have a look around. I don't think there's anywhere else we can put it, so we're just going to have to put the diesel heater back there. Okay, so that's the gas heater up. And next, the water heater. Is water heater. I've taken off the cowl from the outside, so once we disconnect everything, it should just pull straight out. So, got a hole in the floor for the diesel heater to go through, and we've prepped the diesel heater up. Here is the hole. So we just had to make the one that was there for the gas bigger. We've prepped the diesel heater up, so we've got fuel lines, exhaust, air intake, and then this panel and the seal. So we'll put some sealant around here, some Sikaflex, screw it down so we've got an airtight seal, drop that in, and then move on to the fuel side. Okay, fuel tank is down. It's a bit of a pain, but this is a bit we need to get off now to tap in the new fuel lines and plumb that all in. So I didn't film it, but I've got the feeder in here into the top of the tank, and it goes up to there. It's got a couple of clips to put on the pipe, and then I can do the wiring and test it all out. Okay, now we're going to do some wiring. So this is the loom that comes with it. I think this one's for the fuel pump. So before we put the fuel tank back up, we're going to test it and make sure it all works. So we've just got to get that wire out and then plug all of this into the heater. We'll use this as a temporary controller, but we're actually going to use one afterburner that integrates into our system a bit better. Or hopefully will integrate into our system. So do this on temporary, put the temporary power supply in, just make sure it all works. So it's time to get this in. Got a hole down here already, so we'll go down to the fuel pump. And we'll connect this up while we're here. Into the diesel heater somehow. And then we connect this one to our controller. Whoop. It's in there. And then this one is for our power, which is down here somewhere from the old gas heater. So I have to dig that out in a minute. Let's go and plug the diesel. Let's go plug the fuel pump in. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back under. You come in. Okay. Let's try and find put the cable. Here's the cable, and just needs to plug into the fuel pump up here. Oh, there we go. Nice and easy. Back out we go.
It's a bit hard to get out. It is.
Australia, which is we're going to run the diesel heater through. We're going to use it more as a interface between our system in the van and the diesel heater, so we'll still be able to control on our touchscreen, hopefully, is the plan. I haven't had a play with it yet, so we're going to wire it all in, set it up for what we want, and then get the computer and see if we can make it work. Let's go! So, dead simple. I told him which diesel heater we had. I bought the one that was most compatible with the afterburner anyway, which is the Lavana Pro. So we should be able to plug it straight in, and hopefully it will fire up. So let's see. Okay, so 2 plugs on the afterburner. We have to plug the afterburner in, and also plug the original controller in. This gives, so we can get the settings from here onto the afterburner. So we'll put power back on. Okay, and then we go at the instructions. Navigate to the here, and then got heater tuning. Right. OEM LCD tuning. Adopt settings. Yes. Oh. Storing. Okay, so that's all good. So we should now be able to unplug the OEM LCD. So I'll just power it all off and do that. Okay, so I think I need to connect to the access point of the controller set up to connect to Wi-Fi, and then I can do all the settings. Okay, so now it's brought up a different thing, and so we can go configure Wi-Fi. Oops. Select our Wi-Fi, van, put the password in, and hopefully then that should work. I'm gonna set manual stuff. So let's do that. Okay, trying to connect. What happens? Scanning for Wi-Fi. Running. Super. So should now be able to come into here, and yeah, there we've got our Wi-Fi address. Okay, so we're going to be using MQTT to control this from the touchscreen. So I've managed to get that set up. It's now connected to our server in the van. So now I should be able to go onto there and send commands to this to start the heater, stop the heater, and hopefully set desired temperatures. Here's the finished cupboard. Oh, hole. Diesel heater, tidied the cable up. If you saw it before, the pump was just lying there. I've put a little mount in for that. This cable here is headphones from the TV from when we're driving. And then all of our pipe work for the heating is here. So we can put the this seat back on. I've mounted actually the afterburner here, which might seem weird, but I don't actually need to get to it so long as everything works, but it's there if we need it. So we'll put the cover back on with the base. She will be happy though. Two things left to do on the diesel heater project. First is getting it working on our touchscreen. So at the moment it does nothing. I've got a new file to upload on there. And secondly, to do the touchscreen we need to do all the programming on our main system to talk to the afterburner to control the heater. Let's go. Okay, so we need to get the MQTT topics for where we want to send data, where we want to receive data from, which is all in the afterburner manual. So I'm just doing that here, putting it all into our Node-RED system. And then just making it look pretty in the user interface. Make sure it works. And we can set the desired temperature. This bit is all to do with our touchscreen and processing the data, so it's ready to go to touchscreens and then receiving the data from the touchscreens to control the heater. Okay, final job of the diesel heater. Put a new file on it for the space heater stuff. So we come behind this seat and there's a handy little hole here. Down there is where we put the memory card in. So we'll pop it in there and then power cycle and they'll upload a new image. So that took a little bit of time because I kept dropping the SD card, but you can see it is now, it's upside down. Oh, hang on. Finally copying across. It'll take a little while. So our touchscreen works for the heater apart from the words, so I'm going to have a look at that at some point. We can turn it on and set temperatures from it, which is the main